Hi, can I please have a medium iced coffee black and a medium hot coffee black?
Medium iced coffee black and a medium hot coffee black, okay?
Yes, that's great.
Satya?
That's all.
578, ma'am. I come up to the window. Thank you.
Thanks. Gotta get the caffeine, honey. Good morning. Thank you.
Okay, this is our ice black.
Wonderful. Thanks so much. Have a good one. This is the only Dunkin' Donuts in the vicinity. My husband is obsessed with Dunkin' Donuts, and they're on every corner in the East Coast. But this is where we are here so much because he just loves it. It's the little things, you know? Okay, this is, I'm parked like I want attention right now. I actually have been wanting to drive my car around a lot more because I'm getting ready to turn it in. I have to say goodbye to it very soon. It's so many changes right now. So many changes. One of them being goodbye Alpha. Oh, wait, let's do that again. Well, good morning, good life. Happy Sunday. I actually brought you with me here yesterday, but my microphone died, so it was quite anticlimactic for you. But it is Sunday, and I'm off getting our coffee for the day, and Vincenzo can wait a minute because his coffee's super hot, but I can drink mine right away. Let's see. Also, my battery's definitely going to die very soon. I'm going to have to switch it. So I really want to thank everybody for the feedback on the last video. I got a lot of positive feedback, a lot of people asking for more vlogs, which is great because vlogs are all I'm able to do at the moment, which is, I mean, like, I guess that's not true, but it's because we have so much going on that it's actually really challenging for me to just sit in one spot and power through one video. It's a lot easier for me to just say, like, here's what's going on, here's what you can learn from it. Let's go. So that's what's happening. You're gonna see me in the car, you're gonna see me in the office, you're gonna see me in various places. That's just sort of the way it is. So for everybody that's been really receptive to that, thank you so much, because it's gonna be a really interesting ride and I wouldn't want to bring anyone else along. So that's the deal. A couple of comments that were like supportive, but like, girl, 24-minute video, not gonna watch it. And to that I say respect, like absolute respect. If you don't have time to watch, I completely understand, but what I have to do is show up for this community, and so I'm trying to do that in different ways, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. For 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 25 minutes, it's just the way it is. Sorry, my battery died. If you've ever struggled with making video content, I know you'll be able to relate to this, so I'm just gonna be completely honest. I have been on set so many times. I've got a crew of 25 people staring at us, lighting us, audioing us, and we're making a video that's supposed to be a very intimate conversation, me and somebody maybe I'm moderating a chat with, and this intimate conversation is gonna go on to become a commercial. No pressure, right? I can show up and I can do that job. I can make a YouTube video in front of other people. I can vlog in public if I absolutely have to, but it is absolutely not what I would choose. Like, it's just not. I don't even like for my husband to be around when I'm making a video for you, because it's almost like my husband is like listening to a conversation I'm having with my best friend, which is fine, but sometimes you have conversations with your best friend that's just for you and your best friend. And that's how I feel most of the time making this channel. So there's like this weird happenstance right now of like, I have so much to tell you, but I also really love having the boundary of not vlogging at home right now. For those of you who are asking, I'm going to be updating you very soon about my living situation. If you didn't follow along so far, I sold my house, and there has been more happening on the whole like home purchase front situation. However, I'm staying at my parents' house right now, and that's because we are just finalizing some things, and I'm actually getting so much joy out of it. My mom won't believe me when I say this, and she watches these videos. She's always trying to make sure we're okay and everything, but like, I actually feel very peaceful at their house right now, even though my routines are all out of whack and I'm still feeling like there's things missing in my life a little bit, just because it's not, it's not the home that I make, and I've had my own house since I was 18. I literally moved out when I was 18. I've had an apartment since then. So it's different, but I feel really peaceful there. So it's been really nice just to have something of a, I don't know, just a transitional space that still feels like home. Interestingly, I've never lived in this house. My parents actually built this house after I moved out when I was 18. So it is even more interesting too. It's not like I have that childhood connection to it. So it's just a nice house that my parents happen to live in, and I'm enjoying it. But there is a lot to update you on. It's just that I'm not even there in my life right now, so there's nothing to update you on yet, and I'm not going to jump the gun on that. So I don't really want to vlog at their house. I just want to sit outside on their nice patio and hang out. I like to go for walks in the amazing park that's behind their house and get as much sleep as possible when I'm given that opportunity. And then on weekdays, I'm genuinely just waking up and I'm going to the office, because for the sake of getting things done, it really is still hard. It's very hard when you don't have like the home office that you've designed to at least try to get you out of your head that you're at home and you need to do work right now. I actually do have a designated space there, but I just haven't been able to focus very well. So going to the office has been really nice for that. But this week's going to be crazy because we're downsizing our office spaces. We're going to be moving out of it. In addition to all the other stuff we have going on in actual business world, I'm working on a presentation. I might tell you about that later in this video. A live training that I want to do that I'm really excited about. Detail therapy is going to make a comeback. And of course, I'm vlogging and just big projects on the way that we haven't told you about yet that I keep teasing, blah, blah, blah. One of the biggest requests that we got, specifically in an Instagram poll that I did for when I came back to work, is just like the concept of taking a break and doing it guilt-free. And a lot of people asked that question, and many of them even clarified a little bit more to say, I don't mean trying to rationalize procrastination. I genuinely mean it's time for a break. You deserve that break, and you can take that break without feeling guilty. To that, I say, why do we have to be so American? By the way, getting back from Italy, I am proud to be an American. I do love Italy for so many reasons, but I just feel so much better when I'm back home in this wonderful country. However, why do we have to be so American? The Europeans take the entire month of August off, and it's just accepted. I'm just kidding. I think that's an overarching assumption, but it is kind of true. Listen, I think when I sat down and said to myself, Amy, it's time for a break, it was actually too late by that point. Everything's fine. I'm still here. So is it too late? I don't know if that's the best way of phrasing it. But what we do a really bad job of is waiting until we're at our breaking point to do something that we really need to do for ourselves. And interestingly, that's what we talk about on this channel, like doing the hard things that you have to do, even before you are ready to do them. That might be, like saving up money or paying something off. That might be starting your business. That might be leaving a toxic person that is just not going to be the right person for you in the long run. Before something crazy awful happens and continues to hold you back from making the right decisions, I think that taking a break is one of those things. And that is what I've learned for myself. I've talked to you about my healing journey and all that sort of thing that I've been going through this year. It's given me a lot of perspective about my health, which is overall okay. And I really want to emphasize that. I'm not going through a lot of tragedy that so many people do with their health. I have not had COVID. I do not have a disability. I do not struggle with chronic pain or illness. And I know there's a lot of that in this community. So first of all, I want to say I never diminish anyone's experience when I talk about my struggle with my healing journey. It's just stuff I'm learning about myself that I'm trying to be more tuned in with. When I think about if I've not done myself any favors from a health standpoint, it is so chronic in entrepreneurship to just burn yourself out. And sometimes you're burning yourself out and you don't even know it because you're excited about what you're doing. That has been my life for at least 10 years. It was only in the last year where burnout actually started feeling like burnout. So it's not that it was 1 year of burnout. It was like maybe 5-6 years of burnout because I never really paced myself. I'll never forget, a vacation that my ex wanted me to go on just a couple years into my business. And I was furious because I didn't want to go. It was like a family thing and the family lived off the grid. And so for somebody starting an internet business at the time, I was like, that sounds awful. And it was so awful, but it was also a lovely time. And Amy needed to just check herself a little bit. It was just genuine excitement that I wanted to be tuned in to what I was doing all the time. Maybe I didn't need a break at that point, but that is a good example of something that maybe a few of those over time would have done me some good. I'm really conflicted about this because first I will say this. If you need a break, you need a break. If you're asking yourself if you need a break, you probably need a break. It's more about having the conversation with somebody that's going to be challenging and saying, I need a break. Whether it's your boss or your significant other or your kids. I know for a fact that it's going to be awkward. If I ever have kids and I'm like, you guys, I just want to remind everybody how I am who I am. Here's how I am who I am. I need alone time. Alone time doesn't mean I don't want to see the rest of the world. Alone time, it means alone. Alone time is alone. Alone time is just me breathing the only air around me. And that's it. It's not husband, it's not kids, and it's nothing against any of those people. It's just what I know about myself. So I think we just have this challenge of being honest with ourselves about what we need. And the reason why I said that this is hard for me to say is because I fully believe that if someone needs to take a break, take a freaking break. Take 6 weeks if you can. That was a hard 6 weeks for me to take. I would say that I felt very uncomfortable taking that length of time, especially now that I'm back, but that's life. If I didn't take it, I wouldn't have had it. You just have to allow yourself to do what you can do. And maybe you don't need to do that. Maybe it's a week twice a year, or maybe it's a week once a year. It's totally what you need. Again, the reason I said that this is a challenge for me is because I also have a flip side opinion on this. And I don't regret not taking a break for 10 years. I just don't. There's not a point in time where I go, oh yeah, now that I know, I definitely in, 2017 should have taken a 4-month honeymoon with my husband. Like, I don't feel that way. The weekend after actually it was the week, was it like a few days later after my wedding, I was on stage in Cleveland speaking to an audience. Probably too soon. We did a later honeymoon and Vin was in someone else's wedding, so it just kind of all worked out. That's where I wanted to be. On the other side of the argument, I think of what the late, great Kobe Bryant would say, rest at the end, not in the middle. Which of course now is so profound that he said that, right? I believe that also. Because in this world, we are not given a red carpet welcome to excellence. That sounds stupid. Anyone that's done something excellent has been on a red carpet. But the analogy is that for the vast majority of the world, the expectation is for you to just get by. We are not set up for success to live our fullest potential. We are set up to be able to stop quickly and get fast food. We are set up to be able to go into debt really easily and be able to pay the most minimum amount possible so we don't even realize what we're doing to ourselves. We are set up to have to give an exorbitant amount of time to someone else so that you can build their dream for whatever they feel like paying you. And that's it. And then wealth discovery and building is so far beyond your wherewithal, and no one's teaching it because it's easier and it's just safer for you to say, I would like a job. I will be here from 9 to 5 for X amount of dollars per hour. Finish agreement. We are not rolled out a red carpet to become excellent every day, because the only way to do that is for us to decide to do it ourselves, and then for us to roll that carpet out for ourselves, even when we feel like we do not deserve it, we have not earned it. So no, I didn't feel guilty for taking a break because it was where I stood at that moment. And when I was being present with myself, it is exactly what I needed. But what I also knew about myself is that everything I did on my break was super uncomfortable. I sold my house. I didn't have a home anymore. We went to Italy for a month, which looks so glamorous on Instagram, you guys, and I made sure of it. You are carrying your things in a luggage for an extended period of time all over the place, and there were amazing once-in-a-lifetime moments that happened I wouldn't trade for the world, but it wasn't relaxing, not for someone like me. So what I actually did was set myself up on this break to step away from the things that I was feeling slightly burnt out from, so that I would genuinely 1,000,000% with so much gratitude be excited to get back to that afterward. Like I was chomping at the bit for morning routine and exercise and a commute to the office and sleeping in my own bed. Like the simple things meant so much more to me after I took that break. And that's just because I just know myself. I don't ever want to be a person that's waiting for vacation to come. Ever. I don't want that. That is not why I do what I do. It's not why I talk about what I talk about. Just kind of allowing your body to change and your mind to change so that you can come back to what you know and be so much more amped about it afterward. That's what I was able to do by taking that break. So I don't feel guilty about it at all. And I don't feel guilty that I didn't take an extended break that was planned in the previous 10 years. I sit here in my new studio to say that if you need a break, take it. And instead of asking me for that permission, give yourself that permission and then go and have the conversation with the people that you are concerned about having the conversation with. Because that's really the problem, is that now we have to go and convince other people that we need to take a break. That's so much harder to do if you haven't convinced yourself. And then also have the confidence that you've convinced yourself and that it's the right thing. So you really need to be sure yourself. You need to decide what the situation is to the greatest of your ability. If there's other people to take into consideration for the plan or for how this is, then of course, then work with them on that. But when I knew what I had to do, I knew when it was going to be and for how long and what I needed to do when I got back for us to continue to see our goals through. And that's exactly what I did. And when I told my team, they understood. When I told my husband, he understood. Just because I actually can say, without a shadow of a doubt, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I have to do. If there's something I gotta do to get you on board, tell me what that is. If there's something I gotta do to set you up for success so that I can do that, let's get ready for that. I gave everybody plenty of notice, especially myself, like the countdown to the break and then when I would be back and how that would all go. But that's why I didn't feel guilty. Okay, so I'm gonna start perspiring very soon. So I need to turn the air conditioning on and drive home. But I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for asking this, because I think we have such a hard time dealing with making decisions for ourselves, first of all, and then standing by those decisions. And that is where excellence happens. So no one's rolling that red carpet out for you, roll it out for yourself. And I promise you it's in decision making and then standing by those decisions. You know why? Because everybody that you're worried about talking to, they're not good at making decisions. So you're going to do this wishy-washy, what's for dinner tonight? I don't know. What do you want? Blah, 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 blah. Like that's the conversation with everything and it sucks. Be the decision maker. Worst thing that happens, somebody says, that doesn't work for me. Let me tell you why. Okay, fine. Let's go. How can I not work with that? How can you not see how dire this is? Problem solving. It's just problem solving. Okay, I'm gonna go back home and work on my presentation because I love my job and I like to work on the weekends. It just makes me feel like me. So I don't feel guilty about it. And my best friends are bringing their kids over this afternoon, so I'm excited to see them too. It's gonna be good. And then back to the office tomorrow with the team. Got a lot of stuff going on to talk about. I hate being the boss that has too many meetings going on because I think that's how you like really kill productive work. But I do think that the ones I'm scheduling right now are rightfully set because I've been gone for a while, so we'll be back at it again. Thank you for enjoying this angle, this studio. It ain't no neon sign, but I'm doing the best I can. Good morning, good life. It is echoey again because I just can't choose a room that is reasonable in terms of sound. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me in this vlog where I was in my car the entire time. I just went on this tangent and I was having a great time, but I forgot to tell you about the thing I wanted to tell you about that I kind of hinted at earlier on. And that thing is a little presentation I'm going to be doing on August 31st. All the details are in the description down below. It's just a free live training and it is all about building your empire, because I know so many of us are thinking a lot harder about what work means to us today and creating a career that actually works with our lives. If you are side hustling and you can't seem to advance the side hustle, then I really think this is going to be helpful for you. You might be full-time already and you just want to level up. That's going to be awesome. But my problem with the side hustle right now is so many people talk about that they're doing it. Maybe your side hustle is something that you're actually excited about, but it continues to sit on the sidelines. We want to get to domination with those things that we love to do and the people that we love to help. So let's forget the side hustle and dominate in the area that we are helping others to go after the lives that they want so that we can build our full-time freedom. That was my goal with doing this. I hope that you'll join me. Check out the link in the description down below. We had a really fun day today at the office. It's at the end of the day already. I cannot believe how fast this day flew by. We were just coming up with some new ideas for you, and we were making some Instagram reels, which were really fun. So very excited. I'm probably gonna pick the vlogging camera back up tomorrow to continue the journey. There's always something going on over here, so stay tuned for that. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Remember, subscribe for good vibes, kiss the ones you love, and go after the life you want. I'll see you back here next time. Cheers.